Man, do I need pot or do I need beer to do this fucking pod? Because it's been so goddamn long since I've said a goddamn word to y'all motherfuckers. I just don't know. Let me fucking start off. Let me roll this up. Let me break it up. Let's revert back to where we were about 3 months ago, when this was the thing that we would fucking do. On a motherfucking Sunday. On a Sunday evening when it was fucking cold outside and it was still fucking winter. And now here we are, first day of spring hits, it's like 70 degrees, but then it drops to 40 and my fucking AC's broke and I gotta get that shit fixed before it's summer. My fucking AC's broke, my fucking stove's broke, my fucking washer's broke. I got 3 broke things that are all very fucking important. They're all inconveniences to my life, and that's what we're gonna start off by talking about on this episode of It's Too Motherfucking Cold for Sunday. Glad to have you back. Glad that you're here. Glad that you want to tune in and get a little glimpse into this bullshit that I'm about to talk, because no one else talks this. The fucking AC unit, what, $600? The fucking washer, what, $100? The fucking stove, what, $200? Just to have normal things that people have in their fucking daily lives. I'm at like a fucking $1,000. I didn't want to fucking call the schedule to get the shit fixed. Like, that's why all 3 things broke, because I didn't want to call to get it, because I'm like, there's going to be something else that's coming up next. The fuck else? Am I going to have to buy like a whole fucking house full of fluorescent fucking non-cadence light bulbs? Is that what the fuck you call them? Woke culture? Millennials? From 89 to 2000? Is that what the fuck you call that? Hyper superbolic bullshit? I go to fucking Walmart. I try to buy light bulbs for my shit. I keep buying the wrong sizes and they won't screw in my fucking outlet. And I don't know what I'm doing wrong, because I got 12,000 fucking light bulbs to choose from. Who the fuck thought it was a good idea to have 12,000 fucking light bulbs in 2 fucking full aisles in Walmart that nobody fucking goes down that fucking aisle, but they're going to take up all those goddamn aisles? Like, how much are these companies paying to have that space on those shelves? Like, they can't just have some new fucking company just come in and make these cheap ass fucking light bulbs that aren't shit. Come in there and charge a quarter of the fucking price and get rich with Walmart. They gotta fucking pay Walmart their shit so they can stay rich. Which is just like what we're going through here today in this fucking country. There should be a goddamn wealth tax. You have $1 billion, man, you get taxed on the shit that you own. Because you're not spending that. You don't have to. You can't. Even if you wanted to, I don't even think you can legally take out your own fucking stocks out of your fucking corporation that you started, because it was written into it that you can't do that, because that's how you avoid tax laws. You say, look, it's not my fault, but shit, you're the motherfucker who's actually writing those tax laws. You write the tax laws to make it seem like it's not your fault that you're not getting taxed. And these fucking people in America are stupid because they think it's just the government is so stupid they don't know how to tax these rich motherfuckers. Our government officials that we elect are so goddamn stupid they can't figure out a way to fucking tax the fuck out the richest motherfuckers and get some money back to us. Get those Petra dollars back to us. Okay, here's what I want to do. I want to explain, while I'm opening up this bag, this is the bottom of the bag. What I want to do is explain the dollar as to how I know it to all of y'all motherfuckers. Let me chew on this stem too. Fucking love it. Let me floss my fucking center teeth with this fucking stem. This is what you gotta do. If this was a video and I had some editing equipment, I could probably do it much better, but what we're doing is we're doing something called theater of the mind. This is where I talk and you listen and you close your eyes and you just see what the fuck I'm saying. So let's begin. Let's all start with a woo-ha. Woo-ha. Got you all in check. Buster Rhymes. Picture a dollar bill. A 5, a 10, a 2, a 20, a 50, 100. I don't care what fucking bill you picture. But what we're going to do is we're going to explain what this is all about. So first of all, these bills are printed by the Federal Reserve, which the name is the Federal Reserve, so you would think that it is a federal branch of the government, which it is not. It is its own independent thing, has no affiliation with the United States of America, the Constitution. It has nothing to do with any of that. It is its own separate entity. They chose the name, the Federal Reserve, to trick all of us, which they've been doing. And if you try to say, oh, the Federal Reserve isn't really federally mandated, motherfuckers look at you like you're crazy because they didn't do their research and it just sounds right, right? But what you need to know is it is this own independent thing. It has its own little, like, block within, I don't know if it's Washington, D.C. or New York City or, like, Connecticut. It's somewhere out on the East Coast. It's probably a D.C. thing. Also, I think this goes into why D.C. is not a state. This thing, fact check me. I could be very wrong on this, but they both follow kind of the same guidelines. So either it's in D.C. or it's not, but if it's not, D.C. kind of has the same rules. We'll leave it at that. So it's its own country within the city that it resides. It does not have to abide by the laws of the U.S. It is not a country like Jamaica is kind of like a country of the U.S. and Trinidad and Tobago is kind of a country of the U.S. and like Puerto Rico is probably the best example because they're the closest thing to being like a state within the U.S., but they're still their own country, but they don't make any fucking decisions. They just like let us give them everything. And they're only like 120 miles off the coast of, the Everglades in Florida, Naples, Miami, whatever fucking side of Florida you want to talk about. So they're their own thing. They don't have to follow any fucking laws. We think the dollar is an American thing. We think Americans are like the ones who control the dollar. We think there is this thing called supply and demand. We think that tax dollars are going back to us for the most part, but we think they're also going to bullshit things like foreign wars in foreign countries for fucked up reasons that pass all the time, which they are. But it's not the voters who are saying where this shit's going. It's not even the politicians that's saying where this shit's going. It is the fucking Federal Reserve that's saying where this shit is going. It's not the President of the United States. It's not the Prime Minister of Canada. It's not fucking Xi Jinping in motherfucking China. They're all a part of it. They all have a somewhat type of an influence over it. But these motherfuckers, like, they know how to count their inventory. Their motherfucking counts ain't off. They know how many dollars are out there, who controls them, why these people control them, and they were selected to control these dollars for a fucking reason. So, kind of back to this theory of the mind thing. So you've got whatever bill you want. Just lay it out right in front of you. Put it on the table. I don't know, I'm sitting on bed, so if I had one, I'd throw it right on top of my blanket while I'm staring at the dollar and talking to you. And, like, kind of put your thumb over the far left corner of it. And your thumb's value in that piece of paper that we believe in and trust, which used to be backed by gold, because gold was kind of hard to get until we monopolized the whole gold market. And then these gold companies, like, who are they? The big ones, K Jeweler, whatever K Jeweler's parent company is, they own, like, the whole gold trade. And that's a whole different fucking podcast. But anyway, you got your thumb on this fucking dollar. That's like, what, 10% of that dollar? You just throw your thumb on that bitch. 10% is a Petra dollar. Okay, so you have all these forces that go into making a dollar. You have that dollar bill laid out in front of you, then imagine a little stick. Imagine 12 sticks coming off of that dollar bill. And connected to each one of those sticks is a fucking industry within a bubble. The petrodollar takes up 10% of that dollar. That petrodollar is the dollars that are coming from Saudi Arabia, basically. This is Saudi money. The Saudis were chosen to have this. Because they control the land that the oil or the Petra comes from, the petroleum. I don't know if I explained that. The petrodollar is the petroleum dollar, which is an oil, which is what fuels our cars and our machines and gets us from place A to place B. Point A to point B. So think about every single purchase you make, a whole 10% is going to the fucking Saudis. Like, that's a guarantee. It's guaranteed. There's a new world order that like chooses where these percentages go. The actual new world order is who controls the Federal Reserve, not the U.S. government, not the president, not the markets, not the people. Take that all in real quick, because that's kind of a lot. If you can't get past that point, and what I was saying just right there on who controls the dollar, you've been brainwashed, which is okay, because we've all been brainwashed, but it's your job to get yourself unbrainwashed so you can come back to reality and know what's going on in this fucking world. Give me a fucking amen. Find me on Twitter, live live now. Hit me up on Facebook. Throw that hashtag too cold for Sunday. I don't give a fuck what it is. I will find it. Hit me up in Messenger. Give me an IG story dedicated solely to me in this pod, and tell your fucking friends, because that's the only way I'm ever going to get famous and make some goddamn money off the truth that I tell to you. Unless you search me out and you find me on fucking Patreon. I still haven't started the motherfucker, but I still haven't seen y'all been searching for it. So once y'all start searching for it, I will start one. I will take your money. I will talk this shit. You give me $1 every time you see me. That's basically what it is. Every time you listen to me, you just like give me $1. And I say, hey, I'm glad. I appreciate your dollar. I see your name. I see your check mark, and I make you famous too. We turn dollars into dollars like the bank does. Another part of the currency pyramid scheme system that we're in. This is something you guys might not be fully aware of. This is the banking system that we live in. This is how banks control everything. They're chosen also by the New World Order, the Illuminati, the occult, and the occult symbolism. But this is how the occult chooses to allow the banks to make their money. So, for example, here's how a bank works, basically. One aspect. You have $100. You personally have this $100. You earned it. It was given to you, however the fuck you have it. And you go to your bank and you say you would like to get a loan. So the bank is going to loan you another $100. So you sign your paperwork. $100 is loaned out from you to the bank. The bank is then allowed to sell your $100 loan for 90% of its value to the second bank. The second bank, which 90% of $100, we all know this, is like $90. They are allowed to sell a $90 loan to another customer. That is not you, but they're using your money. That second bank can then sell that second customer's loan to a third bank for 90% of the value they borrowed out, which 90% of $90 is like $81. So then a third bank can loan out $81 to the third customer. And that fucking continues. The 90% rule just continues. And like, it sounds fine, but you have to understand what's actually happening there. This is how banks control part of the dollars that are allowed to go out. Even though they're controlled by the New World Order, let me come back to that. This is how banks control this money. So they started with a $100 loan. And the banking system was able to generate dollars out of that. They generated the 100, they generated the 90, they generated the 81. Add that up, they more than doubled their money. They went more than Keystone on profit. And on their own, just because of laws that are put in place and how they're regulated and what they're allowed to do, they're able to just make believe fucking dollars. Which is the same thing the Federal Non-Federal Reserve can do. They just do it in a different way. So, kind of back to my point. You have your fucking dollar bill in front of you. You have all your little sticks coming out of it with the bubbles and the industries they're attached to. There are certain niches that are carved out on how the dollar can be fucking profited from. And you have to ask yourself, have you ever been on one of those fucking sticks inside that bubble and profited from the fucking dollar? And the answer is no. I'm going to tell you the answer is no. There's only a select few that are chosen to be able to profit off of it. You might have reaped some benefits from it, but trust me, you are not the fucking winner in this situation. This is why we're all in the same fucking rat race. This is why we've been brainwashed on how to earn a living and how to live our lives and how to, quote unquote, get ahead and be financially successful. Which those rules somewhat do apply because that's what these systems like the Petra dollar, the banking system, they allow us to do, and they're told by their fucking system maker, the fucking New World Order Illuminati, allows them to tell us to do. Because ultimately that's going to a very select few. Very select that we don't even know about, we're not even accustomed to, we don't even know what it is. It can't even be audited. Which, going back to the Federal Reserve, Google this, the last time the Federal Reserve has been audited. Ever? Can you find that on Google? It definitely hasn't happened since Google's been alive. What was this, Google's 25th birthday? Shit, 1992 to now? I don't know. Getting close. Bitch is legal. Still looking hot. Titties ain't sagging yet. But you know Google's white, and you know black don't crack, and white kind of looks bad once it reaches a certain age. Some more than others, and definitely don't smoke meth. Because then, your shit is going to crack a lot motherfucking quicker. So that's just a taste of it. That's a little taste what I'm going to give you tonight. If you don't understand all the things that I say, just ask me. Let's have conversations about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about what makes this world go round. Let's talk about what's real, what's fake, what's conspiracy, what's not, and who controls who, and how we have all been brainwashed to the point where no one can even believe a thing I fucking say because it sounds so outlandish and so outrageous until you engulf yourself in it and you start to see that this is what the fuck it is, and you start to put the pieces together. You fucking put the puzzle together. You bought the box, but there was no picture when you bought it. It was just a thing that you had to do on your own. You buy this puzzle, it's a nice little cute thing of a puppy, but shit, you don't know it's a puppy before you start putting it together. You might think it's a big giant penis because you might be gay. Motherfucker, are you? I like to throw some gay jokes in every now and then. They're usually not funny. It's a very weird thing to talk about. You just keep dying talking about that shit. So let's move on. Let's go on. What else do we want to talk about? This whole dollar system, this fiat Petra fucking dollar system. Oh, the fiat dollar is the banking dollar, by the way. Petra, petroleum, fiat banking. I think it's all Latin. We've been under this system since the fucking written language of Latin was a thing, right? Wasn't Latin the first written language, so they say? Hieroglyphics don't count because, they weren't woke when they made that decision, but I would bet hieroglyphics came before Latin. I don't know. Fact check me, fact checkers. Once you start going down that route, once you start going back hundreds of years, you got to start asking yourself, like, how are these pyramids here? How were these pyramids in Egypt made? How did they take these giant fucking blocks and move them through the sand? Does anybody have answers? If it's not fucking some alien assistance, or maybe we had, like, a supremely superior mindful population prior to what we have now. We always say that we're the smartest we've ever been, the best we've ever been, but maybe we are, maybe we aren't. Maybe in some ways other populations that died off. When I say died off, I probably mean got controlled by the Illuminati New World Order conspiracy select few who saw a better way to profit would be to just take out an entire population. And they got away with it because no one's fucking calling them out other than me and a select few that I follow on Twitter. Isaac Weishaupt, what's up? Sam Tripoli, what's up? I hope y'all motherfuckers listen to what I do. Because I get all my shit from the shit that you teach me. You are my goddamn senseis. I'm like a green belt in this world. I want to be a black belt. I want to be a Gracie black belt in the conspiracy world. That's all I hope for in my life. At this point, like, that is as good as it's gonna get. Give me a fucking Dodge Ram lifted 6 inches with a sound system. Give me a fucking little semi McMansion. Give me like ribeyes 7 nights a week and some shrimp the other 2 and maybe some salmon for breakfast and shit. That's my perfect life. Let me play some tennis in the morning with some old geezers. Let me hit that afternoon golf. Let me talk the shit that I do, and that is a fucking win, win, win. Go back to podcast number 5. Go back to It's a YouTube Special, and you tell me what a win, win, win is. Because that shit was goddamn funny. That's where it started. That's the fucking roots of this. Love y'all. Been kept y'all for over 20 minutes. I had to get another one out because it's been too damn long and it's been too damn cold. Peace out. Love you. See you in 2 weeks.
Purchase your tracks today.
Easy music. And I felt that I was so sad and I got triggered and I got so mad. Heroin. Hey you, what's up dude? Can I get a split sack 50 on you? Heroin. Can't even bring that from that dude. That heroin, I got gas, you got cruise heroin. And I never wanted it to be this way. And I never wanted it to be this way. And I never wanted it to be this way. Heroin. And I never wanted it to be this way. Heroin. Heroin, 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 heroin. Easy music. Heroin. What's up, dude? Can I get a split sack 50 on you? Can you bring that from that too? I got gas, you got cruise. Tell me where the heroin is. To you, I'm lying. This shit's